Which one? Which
We
one?
went to camp in America.
Wow.
2:30 in the morning.
Okay, so it makes up for the day you missed. I think Sunday you weren't here.
Yeah.
I'm keeping tabs. So it's Mida Shuvas HaMishkol.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Very few people here. Very quick vote. As I'm going to finish with Eric on Friday.
Okay. No, but we're live. We gotta go. It's Tichel Tzibura of those people.
If I could go out and travel for a quarter of a month.
Oh, that would be very nice.
Well, that's the conversation. Do we do a shir on Shabbos for half a amud? But it's because it's Daf Yomi. It's about Yomi. It's not about the Daf.
So let's have a piece of the
No, just leave a little piece like the last line, and you can make a seal on that.
To be discussed. We're Daf. Okay. There's a Mishnah. Daf Lamed Aleph. We're reading the Mishnah now.
Piece is next.
No, tomorrow.
The phone like that.
What's your question?
How do you turn off the phone
You can say your vart now.
without data?
Oh, Shalom Aleichem.
Wow.
How do you put the
Don't do this to us. Don't do this. Come in. Yeah, Vada. Wow, I know both of them. That's Gael. No, that's what's her?
Gael.
Gael and my sister.
Let's
Yeah.
try and try now.
I was
How do
in
you keep
Ura
the data on
this past Sunday.
Oh wow. You got to see my brother. I got to see my sister. Unbelievable. I have a sister that lives in New Jersey. No, a different one.
When I met, not that one.
All right, Daf Lamed Aleph. We're starting from the Mishnah. Batei Arachin. I have no. Where is this? Is this in England? It's a beautiful place.
You know the whole England?
It's fascinating.
What?
Any Batei Arachin.
Oh, you that guy who writes those travel books?
Are you with us?
Of course, are you with us?
Hamoicher bayis bebatei Arachin. Hareze goyel miyad v'goyel kol shneim asar chodesh. You remember just a day ago we learned about somebody that sells. If somebody sells a field, you remember that halacha? 2 years you can't redeem if you sell your field. Over here it says differently. A house is completely different. If you sell your house that's in a walled city, hareze goyel miyad, you can redeem it. You sell. Imagine this: you sell a guy a house, you give him a great deal. 5 minutes later, you're knocking his door. Sorry, taking it back. A day later, he already moves. The whole moving truck, the whole thing, everything's set. He's settled. You come, you take the house back. There's no cooling off period at all. This is the big halacha. You only have 12 months, whereas in Tzedei Achuzah, you can't do it for 2 years, but you can do it for 49. Over here, you can only do it for 12 months. You can do it right away, but you can only do it for 12 months. Says the Mishnah, we have to address a very big problem. What's going on here? Reuven sells his field to Shimon. Shimon, his house. Thank you. His house to Shimon. I was at the Kaisel last night, and my sister-in-law had surgery, as I told you.
How'd it go?
It went well. I don't know, but that's what my brother said. It went well. It was many hours. So I started off with my family at my mother's caver, and that took like an hour. My brother and her both wanted us to go to the caver, say all that to them. So we went. After that, I went to the Kaisel. Then I started preparing the daf at the Kaisel. It's impossible to learn at the Kaisel. Just don't try it. And then I decided I'm waiting for people to move, like get out of the way so I could record at the Kaisel. They're not going. So I wait 10 o'clock, 10:30, minion after. I sat there, I just took my laptop, put it in front, and people are looking. Yeah. This guy goes, I'm not joking, he's like, hello! And he goes like this, he's talking on the phone, he puts his face right in my face. I had to ignore him and just this. And then when I said a few times, I said, Sada instead of bias. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to record again. There's no way I'm doing this over. You know, it's a one-time disaster, 8 minutes, and shalom. And I had to do it in Hebrew too.
It's easier to just put the text on the back of the...
I know, I had that once, but this is real. You see the shadows of the people coming out through my face. This is the real deal. We'll see how, I didn't even have a chance to edit it, Reuven. Okay, fine. I'll go upon him.
So anybody who has a problem with it, you'll send them a bar of chalva.
If I say sada instead of bias, it's been done before.
Times he says sada instead of bias, you get chalva. Just tell us how much, we'll send you chalva.
I heard we ran out of chalva. Unbelievable. The olam ate up the chalva. Fine.
There any charts today?
Zog to Gemara, what?
No charts today?
No, there are, yeah. I gave you one. Badei Arachayma is one. We were spacing it out here. Badei Arachayma. It's the first word of the Mishnah.
It's not a chart. Yeah, I have it.
And I have one chart. It's not saved? Are you sure? Okay. Right, that's why, because at the Kaisa you don't do charts. But I did one today. You hear the problem. The problem is very, very, very serious. Reuven sells his field to Shimon. Shimon lives there for 6 months. One day, Reuven knocks on Shimon's door and says, I have bad news. My wife wants the house back. I sold our house that we lived in by mistake because I forgot that I'm in real estate. I used to sell houses. And one day a guy made a good offer on the house that I live in. So I sold my house that I live in. And I came home and I told my wife, by the way, we have to move out of this house soon. She was not happy. So I had to go back to the guy and say, listen, we made a deal, but my wife's not happy and I had to pay up. And then a year later, the guy comes back and says, listen, whatever it takes. And we ended up selling the house to him, but my wife won't drive by that block. She won't go by that house. Serious, because she feels like it was forced, and I'll go upon him. I hope she's not watching. I don't want to bring up things. So for kids are... No, but listen, what I told her is, listen, I bought it without telling you, so I'm going to sell it without telling you. But she said, no, that's not the same thing, because when I bought it, she didn't live in it. And now she lived in it, became hers. And really, you don't sell something that I hear. Yesh lodem. I'll go upon him.
Yeah, this is not just a shiv, it's a therapy.
They're rolling their eyes. They're rolling their eyes. But you hear the problem. The problem is, let's get off this Mishnah. The problem is that Reuven sells the house to Shimon. Shimon lives in it for half a year. Reuven comes and knocks on Shimon's door and says, I have bad news. I got to take the house back. Shimon says, Allah is Allah, but give me all my money back. So Reuven gives all the money back to Shimon and Shimon leaves. But what happened is Shimon has 6 months of free rent. What is that called in Torah language? Ribis. Says the Mishnah, Harezi Kimin Ribis. Veina Ribis. It's kilo ribis, but not really.
Why is it
We're going to see.
But
that period of time, he owned the house. Right.
Okay, we'll see. Yesh lodon. Did he own it? Because he didn't really own it. He was there temporarily. If at any time somebody come by, if any time you could get kicked out, you didn't own it. Meis hamoicher yigal benoi. This is not a great big chiddush, although the Gemara says it is. But the son is instead of the father. So if the seller dies, yigal benoi, then the son has the right to go to the buyer and get his house back. And if the buyer died, yigal miya benoi, you could do the redemption through the buyer's son. Ein moinim shana elo misho shemochar. What is this? What do these words mean, Rabbi Isai? Ein moinim shana elo misho shemochar.
Year starts.
Yeah.
From the second you sold the house.
Okay, that's very good. Unless you don't look in Rashi. But Rashi says a whole story here that what the Mishnah is coming to say, and it's based on the Gemara, that even if somebody sold his house to somebody else, the clock starts ticking. Who? The clock starts ticking at the time of the sale. What sale? We're going to see in the Gemara. There's machlokes. But when there's a sale, then you start clicking, the clock starts ticking 365 days, or whatever a year is. Okay? Yeah?
354.
That's what I
Now, but Rashi sticks in, he sold it to another person.
Right.
The first guy sold it to a second guy. Then the clock starts ticking again. Shana Mishah Shemachar. Shenemar. You hear Noam the nafkamina between what he said and what Rashi's saying. Yes. When you just look at the Mishnah, it seems like, okay, there's Reuben and Shimon. Rashi sticks in this Levi. Shimon went ahead and sold it again to Levi. The clock starts ticking when Shimon sold it to Levi. There's a new year.
Yeah, but only from the first sale date.
No, from the second sale date. Right, so we're going to see in the Gemara.
So who can redeem it from Levi?
So we're going to see the whole Gemara. We're going to see the Gemara. Shimon or Levi, not Reuven. Well, once Reuven has the initial year, once that goes by, then Shimon or Levi.
So once the...
We'll see in the Gemara. Let's go to the Gemara. It has to be a full year. So even if the year has 13 months, he gets 13 months. Rebbe Yomer, no. Litein lo shana v'ibura. According to Rebbe, you don't get a full month. You get, every year, you get 365 days. No, regardless of the year, you get 365. Even though lunar year is 354, you always get an extra 11 days per year. It's 365 solar year. If the original owner didn't redeem his field after 12 months, chalut means it goes completely to the buyer and it's his forever. Chachamim hold even a matana is like loikeach. So if somebody gives somebody else a field and it becomes his completely after 12 months, shenemar latzmisos. The Gemara is going to explain. Masnisnu like your Rebbe. Says the Gemara, you don't get it back. Says the Gemara, the Mishnah is not like Rebbe. The time Rebbe Rebbe says you have to wait 2 days. You have to wait 2 years. You wait 2 days before you can redeem it. Let the guy at least gain 2 days of sleeping in a new house. Unpack his bag, right? Make it really difficult for him. Let him put all the stuff in the closets, and then Rabbi said, let's do this all over again. But in those days, they didn't have moving trucks, they didn't have belongings. They had their one beged and shalom.
One beged.
Force it?
What? 100% you can force it. What? There's no. If you can't force it, who's gonna? What? This whole halacha wouldn't apply. Everybody say, get out of here. It's mine. So for this, I had a little chart because if you just read the Gemara, it goes back and forth and it's shtickle confusing. So let's just real quickly. This is basically 3 words: Yomim, Mimkar, and Tmimo. Rebbe learns from Yomim that it's 2 days. He learns from Mimkar Me'es Leis. The concept of Me'es Leis is the year starts at, what time is it now? 7:28. 7:28 in the morning, there was a Mechira, so 7:28 in the morning, 365 days later, that's when the year ends. Not at Shkia, not in Nates, it's at the minute, Me'es Leis. The minute we had the same halacha by?
Second.
What? The second, fine. Millisecond, not the second, the millisecond. Fine. Only you, in the time of the Beis Hamikdash, should come and say, but it's not the second. Fine. Okay, fine. Where do we have this halacha? We have this halacha in Becharis by Carbon Pesach. It's Me'es Leis. It's a year from the minute he's born. So if he's born at 11:55 or whatever, fine. And then he learns from Tamima that you get an extra 11 days every year. It's a Ibur year. Not what we call Ibur. The Chacham called that a Ibur Yar. You get the extra month. Rebbe says it's the extra 11 days. And Chachamim learn from Yomim this concept of the Veis Leis. That it goes from second to the next year in that second. And Mimkar Yom Li Yom, that it's a full year, meaning if today is, what's today? I don't know, Ches Tammuz, let's say. Tammuz to Ches Tammuz, but not to Rosh Hashanah. You would think it goes to the calendar year, to the beginning of Rosh Hashanah. No, it goes Miyom Liyom. That's why Rebbe Batsam learns, from the same thing. Where is he?
11 days.
Mimkar.
It's built in, Eis Leis is Yom Le'om.
But it's not, because I'll say Me'es Leis, 7:28 on Rosh Hashanah. Because that's when the year ends. When does the day start? When we did the transaction. What day of the month? It depends what month. And Ibur Chodesh, fine. That's this. Now let's see it inside. The only reason why it's not complicated, but the Gemara starts off saying that's why I crossed out. We had a couple of Havaminas that we erased. Yom Yom, no, it's Leis Leis. Eis Leis, no, it's Ibur Yom. Okay, there's 3 crossing outs. Says the Gemara, V'Rabbanon hayomim hayavdilei miboirlei miyoim liyoim, and not to Rosh Hashanah. That's what's the word here? Yomim. So you see, I erased it. Chacham is saying miyoim liyoim, and it gets erased. That's not the maskana. V'Rebbe miyoim liyoim minolei nafkalei me'atoim shonim imkoroi. Okay, so he knows. Rebbe knows it from here. But again, he's going to erase it. No, I need that for Yom Liyom. Okay, so now they take it back and they say Yomim, erase. Yomim, I'm going to learn Eis Leis.
So Chacham say Yom is Eis Leis?
Yeah,
that's
it.
Now till the next year, now.
Now, at this minute. Maybe it's a full year, but the shkia. How do you don't know the minute? So that's the Havamina, Eis Leis and Tmima, and it gets erased. Tmima, a full year, regardless if it's 12 months or 30 months. Even if it's 30 months, you go to the end of 30 months. You're right. You see, Tmima comes to tell Rebbe Ibur. So that's what you were saying. That according to Rebbe, you get Eis Leis, Miyom Liyom. I should have really put maybe Liyom Liyom here? Okay, yeah. Both things. So this red line is not good. You learn two things from Memkor. Harezoi Kimin Ribis.
365 days.
Yeah, 365 and to the minute. Harezoi Kimin Ribis. So we learned that giving back the money to the purchaser and letting him stay there for a bunch of time without him paying rent, that's like ribis. V'tanyo harezoi ribis gmura. It says in the Brisa that's not like ribis. It's literally ribis. Elo shatoyri tiratu. When the Torah says you have the right to redeem your house, the Torah says over here I'm going to give you a free ribis. So when Rabbi Pesin asked the kasha, where are you allowed to do real ribis? According to Chachamim, the Torah allows it in this case. You're allowed to stay in the house, you're allowed to rent free, you get all your money back.
Geula is mitzvah?
No. Who says it's a mitzvah?
Mitzvah b'odom. We learned that mitzvah b'odom. This is why we give him the first...
You gula by Eved? By Eved, because to get him out. What do you... Oh. If you're doing gula, it should be... Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. We learn by Odom. Yeah. Nah. No, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu says do it. There's no, it's not an S. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu says do Mila on Shabbos, it's not an S. No? No, but that, okay, over here, but the only way to do the mitzvah is if there is ribbis. So it's not an S. It's within the mitzvah itself. Bris is different. You can do it tomorrow, let's say. Over here, the only way HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, you have the right to redeem it. So how do you redeem it? The guy was there for a year. Unless you'd say he can't sleep there. I guess that's one way.
No, but we don't say
Why are
that.
we talking about he pays the whole money? The whole amount?
He pays the whole... What?
He could pay less, and I wonder. So we're talking about that he pays the
full amount.
Even if he pays less, it makes a difference.
No, he does pay less if he... No, because we're talking about, there's only 12 months here. So it's the full amount. He pays the full amount. There's no giroin. I didn't see anywhere that there's giroin in a bayis. You're saying he could give it back. So we're gonna touch upon something like you're saying, that there's such a thing of giving back ribbis. But that also could be problematic according to some shittas. Because you're taking the ribbis and you're giving it back.
It's just saying it's an easy way to get out of it. It's not taking ribbis.
Right, okay. But we don't say that. But we're not saying that. If it was like him, that you say, listen, you lived there for 3 days, there is such a concept, by the way. In real life, you have to do that.
Correct.
In real life, if I sell you a house and then I take it back from you for whatever reason, let's say there's a nazila and I found out that this, and you give me back the full money, I go to the kabbalah and I say, listen, I don't want my house. I have to pay for the rent, otherwise it's ribbis. That's the halacha. That's not a joke. That's real ribbis. So you really have to do what you're saying. But the Torah doesn't say that you have to do what you're saying. The Torah says you just pay back the full thing, and then and all the free rent he got, it's not mentioned anywhere that he has to give it back. Why not? So it says in the Brisa, it is 100% ribbis.
You have to pay for rent.
What?
If you got a bad product, you have to pay for rent for a bad product.
For whatever bad product cost. If it's that bad, it's worthless. You don't. But if it's that good that you lived in some bedrooms and there was no water there, you had to move out of the master, but you slept in the other one. What? That's free. Whatever the market is, we're not going to get into it. But whatever there is some value to it. You had a roof over your head. A homeless guy would pay $25 for that house for that day.
This person says it's Ribis Gemura.
Yeah.
Rashi on the Mishnah said that Ribis is only on Alva, not on a Mechtar.
Oh, we're gonna let's go weiter. Everything. First of all, the Gemara is going to explain the difference between the Bryce and the Mishnah. The Bryce and the Mishnah are saying two different things. Machlokes.
Right, but just what is Ribis according to the Torah? Is it Alva or Mechtar?
We're going to see a lot more here in 5 lines. So what do we do? Our Mishnah says it's ribis, it's not ribis, it's not a big deal. Over here it says it's mamish ribis. Let's say the case. Very interesting case. A guy, there's a loiva and a malva. The malva gives the loiva money. He says, I'll lend you $100,000 on one condition. You give me a field, you give me something, you give me a field, and in 5 years from now, if you don't pay me back 100%, I'm going to take the field. I have collateral. Meanwhile, let's say the guy eats fruit. He takes all the fruit from the field. And then he gets all his money back. So he just ate all the fruit for free. That is ribis gomor, says the Brisa.
The whole sugya in Ezenesha.
Yeah.
It's a case of the fellow union.
Right. Exactly. Harei shahoya noisha. Let's see on the side. Does it say Zeneshach over there? Look on the side.
Yeah.
Harei shahoya noisha b'chaver manav asalei sadeu mecher. Bizman shaha moicher. Who's the moicher? The loiva. Oichel peiros mutter. Obviously, if the loiva is eating his own fruit, there's no issue here. Loikeach oichel peiros. But if the malva, who's the loikeach? The malva who has the field, he's eating fruit. Major issue. Usser. Why? Because what if the loiva pays him back? He gets all his money back and he just ate fruit for 5 years straight. And he didn't pay a dime for them. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Af bizman shalikeach oichel peiros. It's a fascinating sugi, Rabbi Yisai. In Ribis. Rabbi Yehuda says it's not a problem. Why? So the Gemara is going to explain in a second. Rabbi Yehuda ma'asav baitus ben zunin she'asa sadeu mecher al pi Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah v'loikeach oichel peiros haya. Rabbi Yehuda learned the story that the malva, he ate the fruit the entire time, he got his money back, and there's no problem. No, you didn't understand the story. It's not that the malva ate, the loiva ate. The loiva could eat whatever he wants. But the bottom line is, my benayu. What's the svar? The machlokes, tzad echad beribis ike benayu. Very interesting. If there's a way, there's a chance, there's a 50-50 chance that the loiva is going to pay back or the loiva won't pay back. If the loiva doesn't pay back, I'm eating my fruit. Retroactively, the field was mine from day one, and all the fruit that the malva ate, he ate it beheter. That's not ribis, according to Rabbi Yehuda. Ribis is when I know 100% I'm going to be paying interest. On what? On a loan. I take $100, I'm going to be paying $110. There's no way out of that. That's 100%. It's ribis to two tzdadim. Over here, it's tzad echad. It could go both ways. We don't know. It's a mystery. Will the loiva pay or the loiva doesn't pay? If the loiva pays back, then we're up a creek. Then he just ate peiros ribis. But Rabbi Yehuda says that's not a problem because there's a chance that the loiva won't pay. And if he doesn't pay, it was the malva's field and he ate beheter. That's okay. It's tzadechad beribis is okay.
It is on field.
Tanakama sover tzadechad beribis asur. Rabbi Yehuda sover tzadechad beribis mutar. Rav Amar the kuli almo tzadechad beribis asur. Everybody agrees that if there's one tzad ribis, it's asur where? In halva. In alone, it's asur. V'hacha beribis amanas lahachzer ike benayu. The Gemara only goes on to explain the one case in Ezu Neshach. Everybody agrees that tzad echad beribis asur. In other words, if the malva makes a deal with the loiva that if he doesn't pay back, he gets the field. Everybody agrees he's not allowed to eat the fruit. That's ribis, according to Rava. So what's the machlokes in that sugi over there? The machlokes is if he made a condition, almost what like Levi said. If I eat fruit and you pay me back 100%, I'll pay you for all the fruit. It's not an issue. Chacham say you can't do that. Why? Because right now it's ribis. You can't undo ribis. You can't take ribis and then pay it back. That's what they hold. But what's going on in our sugya? But we still didn't, according to Rava, we still didn't explain the nafkamina between the Mishnah and the Brisa. In our Mishnah it says that staying in the house is considered ribbis, but it's not ribbis, and the Brisa says it's 100% ribbis. What do we do with that? So for that you need Rashi, and Rashi says, "Umasnisim v'tana the Brisa b'hopligi." The top Rashi, the Tana didan sovar afilu tzadechod nami lo yahavi. It's not called tzadechod. Why? This is what Mr. Kornbluth was saying. He's mechav in the Rashi. There was a complete sale here. The Torah gives the seller the opportunity to repurchase it from the buyer. Okay, so it's mamish like what happened. I sold the house, I bought back the house. There's no ribbis in between. There was no loan, it's not on condition. That's our Tana. So Mamela, it's ribbis veloy ribbis, it's not a ribbis. The Tana the Brisa sovar, soif hoyel veladei ribbis, osi tzadecha kiribis gmurahi, el sha'atoyri tirato. At the end of the day, when the Torah gives you the rishus to go repurchase that house, then it's not a purchase and a repurchase. There was a loan here, you had my house on condition, and that's considered ribbis, and Mamela, it's a tzadechad, or the Torah is matter. Fine.
The boy here doesn't go into the option answering as a koiner is means I'm working.
The who?
The koiner, the person who bought the property,
Yeah.
he's actually doing improvements, he's decorating it, he's doing work.
Yeah.
And that should cover the cost of the loan.
But it doesn't.
Right? No, in case
Who says he did it? Who told you that?
No.
What if he bought orange trees, and he gets oranges for free?
We had that before about improvements. If he makes improvements and then he has to pay for that.
No, he's just saying that the improvements offset the ribbis. That's what he
No,
said.
it's a
Okay.
living, it's a use of the property.
Say there. Meis alokeach. We said in the Mishnah that if the purchaser died, then his son. Oh, sorry, Meis hamoicher. Meis hamoicher. Sorry, I thought seriously. I saw you reading by yourself, so I figured I could just pull one off here. Meis hamoicher yiga benoi pshita. So if the seller dies, so his son could do the same thing. His son says, "Listen, I love the house, sentimental to me. I'm going to go to the purchaser and take it back." Pshita, why not? Why shouldn't he be able to be yarshin in that schos? Mao the same of ishki yimkor. It says in the Torah, the man that sells. It doesn't mention anything about his son. The Torah says gulasoi. It doesn't matter who's goyel it. Even a yorish is goyel. And on the reverse, also, if the buyer dies, then the purchaser could go to the buyer's son and redeem it from him. Pshita mao the same. It says mufurish in the Torah, only that person that bought it, not his son. No, gulasai.
So that would mean if he sold it, if the second guy sold it, then he lost his chance to be goyal. Well, proving to
Here.
Shimon to Levi.
Now we're jumping into that
And
sugya.
that's what this glasha means.
Why? No, gulasai, anybody, in any situation. Who told you? The Havamina was like that, loy. But we're saying that loy doesn't count.
What do you do with those words? Of Lakoina and Lamai?
The Gemara doesn't address that, but I don't know where you got your drasha from.
Darshan it.
What?
We wanted to darshan those words. Now
We wanted to, and we said gulasai erases that drasha. So we could go to the next person also. There's a gula, the second to Levi too. Over here we have to put on our thinking caps for a second. Just reading it, we have to read it properly. Ein moinim loy shana ela mishal shamachar. We don't count. We start the clock from the time of the sale. Tanu Rabbanon shana. Eini yoidea im shana l'rishon. Over here, the word rishon does not refer to Ruvain. Over here, the word Rishon is referring to the first, what's the word? Sale, what?
Transaction.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. The first transaction. L'Rishon, Eini Yodei Im Shana L'Rishon. Maybe it goes by the first transaction. Im Shana L'Sheni. Or maybe from the second transaction. Shuoimer Ad Melois Loi Shana Tmima Have a Shana L'Rishon. So it goes by the person that has the achuzah. It goes shana l'rishon.
what's the case?
The case is you have Reuven sold the field to Shimon. Shimon sold the field to Levi. So now, the Gemara says that it goes by, you think, so Reuven's clock start ticking, he has 365 days. When those 365 days are over, he's done. He's out of the picture.
Second transaction.
Now, who gets at the end of the day?
Transaction and Reuven, it's the same thing.
What?
Reuven made the first transaction to Shimon.
Right, but then
made the
Shimon,
first transaction.
and then Shimon made a transaction, and then Shimon made a transaction.
So Rishon means
Here, let's finish these lines, and then we're going to go back. Lemi cholot. Who at the end of the day gets this field? You have Shimon, you have Levi. Rabbi Elazar Omer LaRishon. Shimon gets the field. Rishon is the first transaction. Shimon gets the field. LaRishon cholot. Rabbi Yochanan Omar LaSheni cholot. The third guy, Levi, he's the second transaction. He gets the field. Bishloim Rabbi Elazar Dilididei Komaninon. We're starting the clock by Shimon. That's when the second transaction happened. So we start the clock by Shimon. So it makes sense that Shimon is in charge now. It should go to Shimon. Ela Rabbi Yochanan, my taima. Why is it that Shimon loses out over here? If the clock starts ticking by Shimon, so Shimon is the Baldovar. Why can't Shimon go and redeem the field from Levi? Let him buy it off of Levi.
Who says he can't?
No, because Rabbi Yochanan says it goes to the second. It goes to Levi. It goes to the second guy, to Levi guy. According to Rabbi Lazar, goes to Shimon. According to Rabbi Yochanan, it goes to Levi.
What should be?
According to Rabbi Yochanan, why does Shimon, the middle guy, lose out over here? Omer Rabbi Bamamol, Ma Mochar Lo Rishon L'Sheni. It's just a little confusing if you have to insert words here. Rishon over here means Shimon. What did Shimon sell Levi? When Shimon sold the field to Levi, he gave up his chus. His chus was to deal. He's dealing with Reuven. In other words, now it all goes over to Levi. Levi gets the field.
That's why it becomes cholot to him. That's what
Cholot goes to Levi. Levi means cholot to Levi. Levi is in charge now because Levi bought all privileges and rights of this field. That if Shimon, according to Rabbi Yochanan, the clock only ticks once. It starts ticking from the first mechira. There's one transaction. We don't care about Shimon. Shimon just took everything he had and passed it over to Levi, including the clock that's ticking.
But that's only if Reuben comes directly to Levi once you repurchase.
Correct.
Then he says the clock starts ticking already.
The clock your year's over. Goodbye. I'm Levi. I'm going to keep the field. According to Rabbi Lazar, there's two clocks.
Why can't Shimon come?
Yeah.
It says it's a separate transaction. I bought a house 3 months ago, but that's irrelevant. I sold you this house now in Iyar.
Yeah.
So
And when does the clock start ticking?
So as
In Iyar?
between Shimon and Levi, it starts clicking in Iyar.
And that's exactly the Gemara's kasha. Your words, word for word, and the Gemara says, look, that's what the Gemara asked. The Gemara says, El Rabbi Yochanan, my taima. Shimon just sold it to Levi. His clock should start ticking. Says the Gemara, Omer Rabbi Ramama, Ma Mochalei Rishon L'Sheni. What did Shimon sell to Levi? It's not a new transaction. He sold him He sold him everything he had from Reuven. He just passed it on to Levi. So Memela.
That's Reuben's chus. That's not.
So Rabbi Yochanan is saying that there's no two clocks. It's one clock. There's a 365 starts ticking from day one. And whatever happens in between, 25 people could sell to each other. We don't care. It's 365 from Reuven to the last guy.
This is because maybe it only applies on buys שהוא ירש, inherited house, not something that he bought. If somebody buys, let's say Levi, after a year, and he sells somebody else, it doesn't have any gear, right? Oh, am I wrong? It doesn't have gear.
So there's a whole Ayin Ba'avi Ezri and all the Achronim discussed this. Okay. But let me just, I forget, but we didn't discuss this. We said it, but we have to say it Nachman with the back tzainer. According to Rabbi Lazar, every single transaction is a new clock. And Memela, we don't care about Reuven anymore. Now we go from Shimon to Levi, and then we go from Levi to Yehuda. Is always, every purchase is a new clock according to Rabbi Lazar. This Rabbi Yossi we're familiar with. On a year that there's two others, we have this a lot. I don't know. I was once at a bar mitzvah like this, and it's dvarim yiduim. You have a boy that's born in Adar Rishon in middle of the month. 15 days later, his buddy is born on the first day of Adar Beis. Then comes the bar mitzvah. Who's bar mitzvah first? The one that's born 2 weeks later. It's really not fair. The guy that's bar mitzvah second screams, "I was born first."
We were twins before the ski.
Yeah.
The last day of other
100%. They'll be born. Yeah. What do you mean? Who gets? Yeah. Who gets the bigger? Who gets the aliyah? Who gets the fine? Zok the Gemara. Yeah. That's what the Gemara is going to say. So the same exact case. A guy sold his house in the middle of Adar Rishon. And he sold the second house in the first day of Adar Sheni. Over here, what's not fair? Over here, when you buy a house, you really want that house. As the next mission is going to really describe it, how people used to run away. The buyers would run away because they don't want the sellers to come knocking on the door. Oh, by the way, I thought about it. I want my house back. So the guy that bought it 2 weeks later, he gets the house 100% in his possession before the other guy. That's not fair. The other guy's in hiding. He went to Eilat, so nobody can knock at his door. He's sitting, oh, Baruch Hashem, nobody knocked on my door. It's my house.
What happened to the 365 days?
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was a solo account.
So, but Loi also lo shana ad chamisha also ba'ad shana ba mask v'lavina v'leimele ano kodim shochen nurug mikamodi doch. What do you mean? I lit a fire here before you. I was born before you. Whatever the taina is. Mishum da'amalei at nochas li bura. It's your problem that you bought it in Adar Rishon. Adar Rishon is the extra month. You shouldn't have done business in that month. V'amar baber b'mamol. The same halacha is no d'leishnei tloim if there were two becharis. And a bechar you must shecht within the first year, but echod b'chamisha also shalada rishon ve'echod ba'adar hasheni. Same case as a bar mitzvah. Zeh shenoilad ba'adar hasheni kivin shigia yom echod ba'adar shana abos leishana. So when it comes to sheep, the one that was born later is shechted first because his year comes up first. Mask if lo ravino v'leimelei ano kodem ochel yeroiko mikamati doch. I eat green before you. I was born before you. It's not fair that you're bar mitzvah before me or you shechted before. You were born. It's your problem. You were born in Adar Rishon. You're born in Adar Rishon. That's the extra month. Ha sulamli. Why do you need two cases? Haynuach. Mao the same ahasam dichsiv temima. By a bias it says temima. So memela I get it includes also the Iber year. Hachadaliksiv temima by the animal doesn't say temima. Kamash malon the shana madadik gamri.
That's what so.
What did you just ask?
Just say that case.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. The Olam here what Noam just asked? What did Noam just ask? No, say it loud.
Our first, and then we'll hear the question.
Say it loud.
Just say the second case.
Okay. I'm gonna go over here into my Gemara. It says in my Gemara like this: Kan shoel Noam tichtov b'seh v'tepik lei bayis. I'm gonna show you Noam that that's what I wrote right over here on the side.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. It worked. Wow. Okay. I know my customers. I know the kashrus already.
Did you say it?
Kashrus.
And then we'll hear the question.
Because he wants to get away with that answer.
What? I have such a no. I told you, Didi, I said, I'm going to write here, Kancho, no. I said, you better not tell no. I said, you know me. Okay. Just for that, this is one of the biggest moments of my Daf Yomi career. Wow, unbelievable. That's not one of my highlights. That was one of my highlights. Gewaldig. Okay. Anyways, I said, what am I going to two-wife with that, with writing it? From now on, he's not going to ask the kasha anymore. I'm done. He's done with those. Wow. Whew. Listen, I was waiting for hours to see if this is going to work out. What are you tying to Mendy? It's not bad. It worked out. You tell Yedidia that it worked. Tell him.
Pretty good.
Kishuayim, what?
My work is done here.
Unbelievable. Kishuayim Timima is not set up. Rabbi said, I promise, not set up. This is a real deal. Kishuayim Timima.
That works well.
Big time.
We did that well.
So what does Rebbe say? From the word Tmima, I learned 11 days. Not to be confused with the Chodesh Ibur that Chachamim say. You do Ibur. According to Rebbe, you get 11 days. Toner Rabbanon, Shana Tmima, Rebbe Yomer Moina Shalish Meis V'Shishim V'Chamisha Yom. You always get 365 Kamin Yom Yisachama. B'Chachamim Moina Shnei Masa Chodesh. You get 12 months Miyoim Liyoim. V'Im Nisabra Loy. And if there's 13 months, you get an extra full month to rethink your sale and do it over. Higi Ayom Shnei Masa Chodesh V'Liniga. Toner Rabbanon. Litzmisus lechalutin. The word litzmisus means it stays by you forever. Dover acher litzmisus l'rabbi is amatana. My timer. Where do you see in the word litzmisus a present, a gift? Tzomis tzmisus. The word can be broken up into two things. First of all, to tell us the halacha of chalutin, it stays there forever, and the other thing is that even a matana is like a mecher. It's what? Plural. That's misus. Yeah. Misus, plural, even a matana. This drush of plural doesn't go according to Rameir, the Ikar Meir, Ha'omer matana eina kemecher. He says by Zdei Achuza, a gift is not like a sale, and there's no redemption. At the end of the day, we have a special drasha to include mecher, so maybe Reb Meir would admit to it. No. Over there, there's also a special drasha, and Reb Meir ignores drashas. We learn to shuvu to include matana, and Reb Meir says no drashas, please. So over here also, so over here also we have a drasha. Let's miss us. Reb Meir is going to ignore it and say that matana is not like mecher. So in other words, according to Reb Meir, if somebody gives his friend a house in Batei Arachin as a gift, a shver gives his son-in-law, that would never happen. But let's say, like a friend. No, that happens. So you get the giver can't be an Indian giver and come back 2 months later. I want my house back. I don't even know how he would do it. How would he pay for it? He can't do that, and that's it. What if he does hegdish? He gives his house to hegdish. Does the clock start ticking 365 and then it goes to hegdish? He has the opportunity to redeem his house forever. There's no 50 years, there's no 12 months, nothing. However, if somebody else went and redeemed it from hegdish for the value, so that's it. There the clock starts ticking from the minute that he was goylet, it goes to the buyer, to the redeemer. To anybody that buys it, and even from hegdish, so then how come hegdish can't do it to themselves? 12 months go by, it should be theirs. Hegdish doesn't have children, so there's no doiros. Since it goes to the guy forever, if it's cholot, it's his forever, so of course it doesn't go out by Yovel Lamali. We're talking about if Yovel happened that year before the year was up, then Yovel doesn't do anything. He still has 12 full months. Yovel doesn't do anything. Says the Mishnah. The guy would hide. The buyer would hide from the seller. He figured if the seller can't find me, there's nothing he can do. He can't return the money. I'm not here. Who is he going to give it to? He's going to put it in my mailbox. Where is it? What's he going to do with the money? He would hide on the last day or in the last days, whatever he wanted to hide. That should remain in his possession. Choilish is a lotion of deposit that you could take, make a deposit in the Beis Hamikdash. There's a box over there for this kind of problem. Anybody that ran away, no problem. We don't need you. The seller could take the money and put it in a box, and then it becomes here. He could just break in to the house, and it's his house. And the runaway guy, the guy that's on the run, whenever he feels like it, he can come and take his money. We could stop here because we're already overboard. Have a wonderful day. Sorry, no. Yeah.
Why is he waiting for the last day?
Yeah. Right. So I don't think it's mamish last day. That's so.
It's much of a